Hey guys, so this week, it's kind of supposed to be a tour through our life or a day in our life. And I was all set to go on this, and I can't find my video camera. I know it's somewhere in the apartment, but where in the apartment is a really good question. If somebody wants to come over and look for it, yeah, I could use all the help I can get. And it's funny that this happened because Harmony and I were just like recently talking about how we lose things. And what do I do but go and lose my video camera right before I need to make a video? Yeah, nothing ever works out for me. But I will try and make up for that later by doing like a video of some of my favorite places to hang out, and I'll share that with you guys then. But for now, you just get me like normal. Sorry. So my day starts at 8:30, and I'm kind of happy that I get to sleep in more than Jamie and Lauren and Harmony. But that is because I chose not to have class until 10 in the morning. And to make up for that, I have class until 6:15 at night, which sucks. But I like that I can sleep in instead of being up at the crack of dawn. So my morning consists of me hitting the snooze button multiple times and usually trying to scramble to get everything ready before I race out the door and try not to be late to my first class, which I usually fail at because my teacher, she knows that I will walk in like 5 or 10 minutes late. I think I was 15 minutes late today. I forgot to put gas in the car. Oops. So I am normally late to that class, which is history, and I love history, but this teacher is crazy, like certifiably crazy. She goes off on random tangents about Starbucks taking over the world and how politicians are liars and Jersey Shore. Like, what does that have to do with history? I feel like I could be learning so much more if I just like skip the class. So I sit through an hour and 15 minutes of that, and I sit in the back, so luckily I can have my computer open and like be on Twitter, which I'm addicted to. So that's what I do for an hour and 15 minutes of history, and then I head to microeconomics, which, like, oh my god. Never take that class if you don't have to. It is the most boring thing in my life. Like, ugh. It disgusts me. Who wants to sit there and listen to people like talk about the economy and how like it sucks right now? Like, it's just me. That is the best way to describe it. So I'm hoping that that gets better, or I can just kind of slide by like I'm doing now. But after that, I head to my, I guess my second worst class, which is college algebra. Yeah, this is how I feel about algebra. Yeah. I suck at it, and I sit there for an hour and 50 minutes and try and understand what the teacher is saying, and it just, like, goes in one ear and out the other. I don't know. I've just kind of given up on math. And then after that, I have an hour break, which, would be great for food if I could remember to, like, put money in my backpack. I never remember that. And so normally I'm trying to find like some snacks like at the bottom of my bag. Usually I can find like a piece of gum or maybe a package of goldfish. So I try and distract myself from the hunger with a book. Yeah, I sit in the hallway for an hour and read. And sometimes I do homework that I forgot to do the night before. And after that hour is up, I head to astronomy, which is my last class of the day, and it is a 2 hour and 15-minute class. Luckily, it is actually interesting and easy to understand, and I actually really enjoy that class. And I also enjoy that the teacher kind of runs out of things to talk about, usually 20 minutes before the class ends, so she lets us go early. And then I get to head home. I make a stop at the mailbox on the way in, and do a little happy dance if I get something in the mail, and then I come in and I head straight for the dinner table. My mom is a fantastic cook, and she knows when I'm having a bad day, and she usually makes some of my favorite foods, and I love that. And I also love getting to sit down with my family and kind of get caught up because I'm very close to my family. So that is always a very fun time for me. And then I'll head back here to my, I guess you could say my cave or my lair. And I usually climb into my bed, turn on my TV, and open up the laptop. I usually have about 5 or 6 tabs open on my laptop at one time. I'll be on Gmail, Twitter, Goodreads, YouTube, Google Reader, just kind of everywhere. Um, I'm addicted to talking to people on the internet. I love talking to people on the internet. It's like really bad because I can't make myself get off when I need to be doing other things. But somewhere in between all the talking to people on Gmail chat and being on Twitter and reading people's blogs, I attempt to get some homework done, and I usually succeed. And then I go to bed, usually around midnight, which is horrible. But I have a ton of stuff to do between the time I get home at like 6:30 or 6:40 and the time I go to bed like 5.5 hours later. So, um, my life is very dull. I know that. Sorry about that. I'd love to give you an interesting video about how fabulous my life is. But it hasn't reached that point. I'm certain that when I graduate from college it will reach that point, but it hasn't reached that point yet. But I'll make you guys a promise. When it reaches that point, I will come back and make another video. Until then, this is a day in my life, and I will see you guys next week.